Yeah.
Yep, cool.
All right, cool.
I'm going to use the restroom while we're coming out.
Unless John has updated it since last week.
Once again, right. I don't think he has. No.
Oh, I probably should have tried to update something in advance, but I didn't. Because...
Oh, well.
Oh. So aside from the go live notification always being wrong.
Oh, and also apparently the sound is playing.
That's weird.
Can hear us.
Hello and welcome to Final Show Films. Before you enjoy the following production, there's just a few things I'd like to get out of the way first. Starting off, I'd like to thank all of our patron supporters, especially supporters Antitonic, Cat, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. If you'd like to support us, you can do so on our Patreon at patreon.com/fsfilms, as well as by following me on Twitter at Johnny Bates, following and subscribing to us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Senstaku, on YouTube, youtube.com/Senstaku, and on any of our podcast feeds, links to which you can find on my Twitter account. Thank you once again for tuning in, and I hope you have a good time. Bye.
Shooting us. Okay, we should be live.
Hey, everybody. Welcome once again to Changeling in Grover Green, our Final Show Films Changeling World of Darkness Chronicle. I'm Jack, your storyteller for tonight, as we delve back into the adventures that people can have in the city of Baltimore when they've escaped from Arcadia. It's a whole thing. But to show you the people who have currently recently, like in the last couple months, escaped from Arcadia. I will introduce our cast now, starting with Mara.
Ta-da! I'm Mara. I'm playing Liz, the Wizened Oracle.
And Jeremy.
Hello, my name is Jeremy. I am playing Adele, Darkling Gravewood.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Lark, the Beast One Wing.
And the one that you can barely see, William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Fates, the Ogre Crystal Grinder.
And Raphael.
Hi, my name is Raphael. I'm playing Neofly, the Changeling Night Singer. Darkling Night Singer. Oh my god, I'm a cracker.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I am fighting with the everything, but I'm playing Mira, the Kyrugan Fairest.
Yep. And we are consistently, once again, struggling with OBS because OBS, while we appreciate the functionality it does offer, could stand to offer a little more functionality. But I digress. So last time, the Motley Unlikely, hosting yet another event at their recently opened club, the Night Gallery, for the primary purpose of providing the Freehold with a region in which to harvest the emotional energy, the glamour by which changelings power their magic. Spent the evening listening to some very well performed music, relaxing, enjoying the company of other individuals, both mortal and changeling alike. Discussions were had, discoveries were made, new friendships, in certain aspects, were formed or built upon. And currently, Liz stands on the catwalks in her nest that she's created over the stage and house lights. As the radio near her, once again, switches on, and a voice drifts through the speakers to her ears. There comes a time when the dry winds blow from the west, when the waters are barren, when the fruit of autumn is consumed by the locust and the blight. At these times a man may hear the voice of one calling in the wilderness, "Prepare ye the way for the devil, for his path is crooked and his arrival unforeseen. All things come into the hands of the righteous, my child. For with but one good eye things may be found, where those with two eyes cannot see. Though the trail winds through rough mountains and deep forests, your feet must still follow this path if great evils are to be avoided. Fear not the final judgment, for my children have been washed in the rivers and streams, and they shall not be found wanting. The followers of righteousness are as bold as lions, cutting as serpents, though their hands be stained by a deed without a name." And as the voice drifts to silence, you think back to earlier in the evening when you and Phage approached Sunset Blue's table. She demanded that drinks be had before discussions, and they were. And then she sat back and waited for you to ask your questions.
All right. Well, it's good to see you, Sunset, outside of cart business, but I suppose we should get right down to official business. We've got a little bit of an investigation that we've got to get underway by order of the current queen. But at the moment, it seems like... Well, I'll start basically. How well did you know a good man by the name of Kalanag?
Man or?
A good person who's run away from his past like the rest of us.
Well, I can't say I've heard the name before, but if you say so.
What about Killian, Hobbs, or Foster, or Curly?
Well, the Killian Hobbs are demographic, one might say. I don't go to markets myself, but I do try and remain apprised of the things that happen nearby. There's a fairly distinct area of the hedge where a number of hobgoblins have more or less taken up as permanent a residence as their kind ever does. And if you open a gate in the Killian area, chances are you'll stumble across them fairly quickly.
Got some other names there, Liz.
Yeah. No, those are the names. There's Gates on Fleet Street.
Yes, there you can open up a hedge gate almost anywhere in the city. Very few places where it's difficult.
But there are a few there.
Some more permanent than others, I assume. I'm not a intensive hedge scholar. You'd have to talk to one of the rangers about that.
Okay, who are the Rangers?
Really? An autumn courtier who doesn't know her rangers?
No.
You really should learn more about your friends and family, love.
Okay.
But if I must, Acacia Thorn is one of them. She's part of the Queen's motley, of course. There's also Ainsley Heath. Lovely little willowy creature, that one, and definitely knows her way around quite well. I'm sure Gilly is getting up to appointing a few more here and about in order to keep her influence intact. Was that all you needed to ask me about?
Liz, do we have a name on that?
On who?
The message.
No.
What message
But-
is this? Now you've piqued my interest.
Two messages. One mentions you.
Really?
One mentions possibly you.
Well, I don't think that we're going to get anything really done by skirting around this, and I'll be honest, if we're all supposed to be a family, working together would probably be the best for all of us. Someone trusts you a lot, Sunset.
Is Dawn coming? And I slide the one note that mentions her across. The 2016 note.
She'll pick it up, take a look at it. Wow. This is handwriting I haven't seen in quite some time.
But you do recognize it.
Not an expert, but puts me in mind of a certain individual who at one point was known to some of us. I believe he's dead.
Who?
Oh my, now, what did he call himself? Candlespark, I believe. Mostly went by Sparks, I think. Not one to affiliate himself with the normal social mores. He shied away from any of the seasons and decided that following his own feet and down whatever prose-strewn path he was carving for himself at the time was what he preferred.
Well, apparently he trusted you enough to rule you out of any possibility of being a traitor to the freehold.
This is dated 2016, darling. There was no freehold.
To our kind, then we'll say.
Oh.
Let's just say there's those who are taking an interest more with themselves than with the rest of their own. And that's dangerous.
I see.
But he thinks there's no likelihood that you'd fall in with that lot. And so you're the only person that we know we can actually get information from.
Well, like I said, this seems to have been written by Sparky, but as far as I know, he's long since passed. Sometime a couple of years back. I certainly haven't seen him around, and I haven't heard anything of him in quite a while.
Did anyone find a body?
Oh, darling youth. It's very rare that anyone finds a body, particularly back in the old days before all you youngsters came flooding out of the hedge.
And do you know where he was last seen before he disappeared then?
I wish I could tell you, sweetheart, but unless it was happening in one of my clubs, I'm afraid I didn't pay much attention back then.
Has that changed now?
A bit. Now that there's more than, say, half a dozen of us, there's a lot more to pay attention to.
Wow. Liz, you have any other curiosities?
Who was around when you came out?
Oh,
Who were the old ones?
The old ones, well, if you want to get into that, Joey's been around for quite some time, predating me. There's myself. And Spark was, of course, one of the old ones. Madrigal as well. Who else did I run with back then? Memory's not what it always was, but Will Starkers, the witch now, but he was simply a young boy trying to figure out what made himself tick a few years back. Ledger's always been very reliable. There's a few others, but I think those are enough names for you at the moment. Oh, and as far as those two names, Foster and Curly, that's an intersection.
Where?
At Foster Avenue and Curly Street.
Oh.
Going to presume near the Killian area.
Yes, very quiet.
Well, something to go off of at least. The names of people who were around at the time and the names of a place that seems to be important.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you for your time.
Of course. Anything that you can add to this? After all, I have done you rather a large favor. It wouldn't be rather gauche of me not to expect something in return.
Well, at the very least, I can get you drinks for the night.
I'll take that. And a kiss from your fortune teller.
I look over at Liz.
Who is she? I'm pointing it at Sally on stage.
My dear
You've been
child,
staring at her.
are you so unaware of the individuals that perform in your own club, or is that simply not your responsibility in the running of the place?
No, talent is me and Neofly.
Ah, well, Sally
And
is
Adele.
slightly younger, but probably you'd consider one of the old guard. Came out probably a month or two after I did, long enough that I had my feet under me when she stumbled out. Poor dear was savagely terrified. She's come a long way, that's for certain. Although if you keep asking questions, I'm going to expect a little more than a kiss.
Mm. I could give you a dream. I want to know more.
Well, at that,
and thinks for a minute.
I think that's my cue to go and handle things back at the bar. So I'll let the two of you settle that up, and if you need a drink, just let me know.
Have a lovely evening and keep a close eye on that delightful little creature you brought with you.
Yeah, don't fuck with her, or I will exercise my ability to be a bouncer.
Sweetheart. Spring plays nice with spring.
That's why I give you fair warning.
You
Anyone else I wouldn't give the signal to. I just throw them out.
You're a delightful person, and I'm so happy that we're family.
Oh, I'm glad to know you too. And I stand up and make my way back to the bar.
So, dreams, is it?
Yes.
Have you been exercising your talents, learning to spread your wings?
A bit.
And how high can you fly at this point, little bird?
I burned up a lake.
Well done.
What kind of dream do you want?
Let's say a prophetic.
All right. I don't control it all, but we'll see.
So, payment up front.
I will get closer and forehead temple.
And then she'll kiss you back on the cheek as well.
Yep.
So, how soon can I expect this attempted prophecy?
Well, it's easier if I'm close by.
Of course.
Tomorrow is a big day, but we could try.
Very well. Do you have a phone?
Yes.
And she'll hold her hand out for it.
Okay. I'll hand it over.
Okay. And I need you to roll a reflexive composure and weird.
Okay. Do-do-do. Off. 2 successes.
Okay. All right.
Dang it.
She got 4 successes.
Yep.
So what I will need from you is I I need you to tell me one of Liss's desires that she is aware of, but pretty much always tries to keep hidden.
I know.
Okay. So she is jealous, immensely jealous of everyone else who are able to talk normally. She does not understand why this is not why she cannot. And so that is partly why she took the name she did, is she wants to be like Sunset and doesn't understand.
Okay.
So that is one of them. She wants to be performing.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
She keys her phone a phone number, which you assume is hers, into the address book. Hands it back to you. You have a reasonably bright future ahead of you. Did you know?
No.
I'm afraid I can't be more specific than that, because to be quite frank with you, everyone does. But I'm very impressed by the caliber of people you've surrounded yourself with. And you fit with them quite well. Be careful, but I do think you'll go far.
Thank you. I will clutch my phone and walk away confused.
At which point we fast forward the night to where Neofly is trying to come down from a glamour high. And Adele, you have just had a rather disturbing message of, there's a pair of police cruisers out front, whispered into your ear from Sarah Bloodred, one of your bouncers. And Liss, you have just heard the last few words spill out of the radio, which is now off again, and you're seeing Adele having made her rather impactful entrance into the main floor, now being given some sort of communication from one of your guys' security.
And putting hand carefully to forehead.
Just it's a 3-point face palm. There's up, over, forehead.
Yeah. It's really sort of like pinching the nose, but not too much, because you don't want to screw up too much of the anyway.
Oh, she's doing that thing
Did
again.
they happen to say why?
Well, hang on.
Never mind, it's fine.
She clapped.
And she
Right.
do tell security, please.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they're aware.
I imagine just
Yeah, right, and you get the idea that she was told to tell you because she was closest, but they've probably already. Yeah, no, it looks like everything's going. So
more
so
like
where are you headed?
You thinking more like people like up in the booth, somebody's on
Yeah,
the smoke,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be.
Yep, but yeah, she'll key on
Go
her
meet
radio
the
and start.
Fucking police,
Okay.
because cops.
As you're going, you meet Nero coming down the stairs. It looks like he has the exact same idea as you.
Perhaps it is best that you not go speak with them.
What do you mean? I know procedure. I am the best person to know. Yeah, no, it'll be fine, Adele. Just hang inside. I'll go.
Absolutely not, because your fetch may be outside. Go upstairs now. Or I will grab someone and have them drag you there.
Give me a...
It's beautiful.
Either presence or manipulation and persuasion.
presence and manipulation.
Either presence and persuasion or manipulation and persuasion. One of the two.
Okay. I am equally bad at both.
Splendid. I need to find.
We'll go with presence.
I need to find Nero's character sheet so he can roll against you.
I'm spending a goddamn willpower point.
I'm not spending one of his because he's not here, and I'm not spending player resources. And he's out anyway, I think, depending on how he marks his sheet.
4 successes.
Damn.
Ooh,
Damn, woman.
slightly terrifying, Adele.
I imagine the tentacle hair thing helps.
Potentially.
Might.
Yeah, he only gets 2. I really? Fine.
Okay.
All right. Fine.
Nero, the
But
goddamn it is only
I'm
supposed to
sending backup with you.
That's fine.
Okay.
Just can't be you.
No. Glare, Sarah. Go with Adele. Fucking. And he stalks off back upstairs. And Mr. Glare and Sarah rolling.
The fucking police.
Okay. So you step outside, and there are a trio of police cruisers parked out front. 3 officers are sort of clustered around and then begin approaching the door as soon as it opens.
Okay.
And we'll meet you more or less at the bottom of the stairs with the obvious intention of kind of pushing you aside and walking in.
Is it really quick? Since I have done a fair amount of research into Nero's fetch, and am I able to recognize if any of them are him?
Give me a wits and composure.
Okay.
Do any of them have a badge that says John Carver?
Beautiful.
Two.
2 successes. Not that you recognize. He's given you a fairly rough description, and you also sort of know what his mask looks like, so you assume it's fairly similar.
Mm-hmm.
None of these 3 guys look like they're
Okay.
they're the fetch in question.
Excuse me, officer. I am the owner of this establishment. Can I help you?
Probably not. Excuse us. Step aside. We need to. We're looking for an individual who's apparently at these premises.
Use the contract. Use the contract.
You're not there.
What do I know about my legal ability to require they deal with it through me? I know that it's not much.
Yeah. As far as that goes, you could conceivably demand a warrant be
Yes.
shown. There are a number of things that you could potentially employ. As far as legal standing goes, it's kind of up in the air a bit.
But I can at least stall them.
But you could probably,
With the usual bullshit.
right? Yeah, if you want to try and bullshit stall them, you could definitely give that a try.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. duh, 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 duh.
Or you could even play the helpful bullshit card and try and figure out who their help. Be like, oh yeah, no, we've got some troublemakers in here. I will happily help you. Blah, 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 So yeah, any of the above.
So, officer, I would be if there is somebody in here that has violated some law. I'm more than happy to help you locate them. But I'm afraid I cannot just let you walk inside and just look for anybody at all. I would need more details.
Give me a manipulation and subterfuge.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I've been getting willpower back the last few sessions.
Given his current attitude, I will be giving you a -2 to it, though. Because contested rolls are annoying, and I just like flat penalties.
+1, then.
Come on, you got it.
There's
Woo, pretty good.
He looks at you. If you're willing to cooperate, we can potentially handle things that way. And he kind of leans over and glances at one of the guys behind him and then looks back to one of the vehicles. You don't see anything back there, but he apparently gets something from it.
Okay.
Kind of taps his fingers on his belt a little bit. We need to speak to a gentleman by the name of Nero Phyrus from Hamden.
I see. Interesting. Well, he is not here tonight.
Give me another manipulation and subterfuge.
Same negatives?
No negatives. This one I will do contested.
Another willpower. Yeah, they were gonna fall.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Come
Even
on.
with all those rolls.
They were gonna turn me
God,
forward.
that's bad.
Zero successes from them too, please.
Well, let's see. This is gonna be.
Do you have just a beat cop?
Why is it making?
That's
no, sorry, that was the wrong roll. That was
already
wrong.
prepared.
He's not
for
here.
it.
Wow!
Oh!
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's fine.
Oh no!
I don't give a shit. That's fine. Prove I'm lying.
So you're telling me that your head of security
It's not
on a
here
busy
tonight.
night like this?
Yes, he had some personal matters that he had to. We have many people in our security staff, and while he is instrumental, we have more than enough other people who can take over those responsibilities.
Right. Well, as you know, being a upstanding businesswoman of the Baltimore metropolitan area, I'm sure you know that attempting to obstruct a police investigation is a very serious offense. And
Officer, I don't know why you would possibly even insinuate that.
look, lady, I know you're lying. So let's
And
just
I tell
cut
you
the
I'm
shit.
not.
All right. Be that
Fine.
as it
Very
may.
well. If you would like to search inside, you are welcome to do so.
Good. As his employer, I'm sure you have his home address, so you can give that to Officer O'Donnell here. And
Memorized, I will have to go up and get the records, but yes.
Officer O'Donnell will accompany you so that you can get it to him as soon as possible. Thank you so much. And they start walking inside.
And there's still security people here, right?
You've got Sarah and
Yes.
and Mr. Glare with you right now, and then there's plenty of other people just running around the interior.
Yes. So I look over to Sarah, and please allow them access wherever they need to go, and then I just shoot Glare a subtle look that hopefully says, "Get your ass up to the security office and tell Nero to run out the goddamn back."
Well, so I want to point out, back is convenient because it's another dimension.
Yeah, that's part of why you want to go out the back.
Give me, actually, yeah. Okay, so you do that. Let me make sure that Sarah had. Let me see if Sarah picks up on that, which she probably will. She's not super dumb. Oh wait, she's a little dumb.
Uh-oh.
I forgot. She doesn't have any dots.
Sarah's the one who is just showing them around.
Yeah.
Mr. Glare is the one who is supposed to get his ass up.
All right, that's better.
Okay.
I think that's better.
Yeah, probably.
Mr. Glare is actually perceptive.
That's true.
Yes,
that's
Mr.
right. That's why I put it on the front door.
Yes, Mr. Glare actually does have a chance at this because he gets to roll 4 dice instead of 1.
Also, it's less odd to try and address Mr. Glare to the police than Sarah.
5 dice, actually. He has a specialty in empathy.
Ooh.
Motives, which I think counts here.
Oh, no!
Mr. Glare is having a difficult night.
Oh, no.
So you shoot the look. Everybody turns to leave. Roll me a wits and composure -2, Adele.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, I have a backup plan.
Which involves what?
It's certainly good. We have a text chain. Yep.
Oh.
That went how that was going to go. No successes.
So, as they turn to leave, they get about 2 steps ahead of you, and you are following them in. And suddenly, from somewhere behind you, you hear your own voice say, "Goddamn fucking assholes."
Stop. Look up.
And there is an immediate dead stop. And they just turn around to look at you. Adele?
Wait, what?
Your reaction.
Okay. I failed it. I'm having a cognitive disconnect.
Okay.
Right now. What
Sorry.
just happened?
So you heard that. They
Yes.
stopped and turned to look at you. What do you do? Because they obviously heard it as well.
Oh. Okay. I'd misunderstood who they
Sorry.
were.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah. You heard that voice. The cops obviously heard it as well. They have stopped to turn to look at you now.
Oh, don't mind me. Unrelated business. As she's pulling out her phone as if to answer a call.
And there's just this beat pause.
By all means, go.
And then Sarah says, "Right this way, officers." And they turn to go back inside.
Text group chain. Nero, get the fuck out of the building in all caps. Cops are looking for you.
Ooh. I want to come down.
And that goes to everybody.
That literally goes to everybody. So everybody's phones go off right about now, including the three of you who are in one of the dressing rooms backstage trying to calm Neofly down. So we'll start with you three.
I will, if I hear the phones go off, try and preemptively prevent Neo from looking at his, because whatever it is either going to upset him or start him ranting about how Liz doesn't understand something or other.
You got it right.
Neither of which is very nice right now, and we want him to be comfortable. So, yeah. Right now you need to breathe. We'll take care of whatever it is. Look at my phone, because I'm good at manipulation and lying if it comes to that.
All right.
It's
Lark,
going to come to that.
You've got this too.
Yeah, and you just hear a oh crap from Lark.
Neofly. Cool. All right.
Neo is in no mood to do any kind of thing right now because he's kind of just trying to not be overdosing on.
I'm certainly glad the police showed up when we have a changeling overdosing right now.
Look,
in the back.
Does Glamour show up on drug tests? I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure you can't back screen for Glamour. Yeah.
No, but let's have him touch
Just
his
talk.
fingers to his nose right now. Rock a straight line, Neo. Go ahead.
I have a good center of balance, just not today.
All right. And Liz, Phage.
Yeah.
So Phage, you've mostly probably been hanging out at the bar with Paige, right? I assume.
Yeah, and so I get this text and I look down at my phone and I look up at cops entering the building.
Well, they haven't made it onto the floor yet.
All
But
right.
you know they're on the way, apparently. Liz, you get this message too.
I look down,
Ooh,
I
I'm
look down at
running
the phone,
down.
and I look up at where they're going to be entering from, and I look at Paige. It's like, I need to go run interference. Spirit back.
What's going on?
Apparently someone's done some dumb shite, and I need to make sure everything settles out all right.
Okay, well, take care of yourself. I'll be here.
I'm going to stare at a spotlight real quick. Where are they? I want to know where they are going to meet Nero, because that's the collision course we're on right now, and I want to know that. So I'm staring at a floodlight somewhere.
Okay, plenty of lights around, and you can definitely do that. Your after image, I will need you to roll wits and composure.
All right.
Yeah, if Neo seems to be doing okay for now, I'll look to Lark. I might be able to help out, so...
I'm going to spend a willpower on that if I can.
Fortune telling, no.
Nope,
It's
okay.
very much a just.
It's
what
just-
you see,
it's
what you
just-
get. Yeah.
All right, cool. Never mind. 2 successes.
Okay.
Here we go.
So you blink away, and you're trying to make some sense out of the after image glow that's now just kind of flashing on the black background. And you're okay. That looks like a pair of handcuffs, and that. And you're focusing, and you get this fairly impressionist but still reasonably clear image of Nero being dragged out by a pair of blues.
And I know he's up in the
Most of the time he spends his time in the security booth. Are you
Okay.
trying to head that direction?
Yeah, I want to be in the way.
Police.
Excellent.
Blues. Blues, sunset blue, blues.
Huh?
Could that note have referred to something blue that was not sunset?
Ooh, maybe.
Anyway, cops are in the building.
Fascinating. Okay. And I'm gonna go stand in the in the middle of the stairs. Do I have a plan? No, absolutely not. Okay, what am I gonna do? Oh goodness. Well, I mean, the easy thing would be to try and trip them. I have black thread.
Okay.
I'm busy. I'm gonna try and make a tripwire.
Really? Okay, great.
Oh,
Are you using any contracts?
Yeah. I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do some. I just need them to stall. So this is an old building.
It was an old building. It is completely newly refurbished, remodeled in the interior, though. Yes.
Okay. There's not any, like, I'm thinking, like, if the stair treads were broken, I want to try and break them so that there is some tripping involved as they try and go up the stairs.
Okay.
Touch the Workman's Wrath.
Okay. So Touch of the Workman's Wrath actually requires it to be a device or a vehicle.
Stairs would not count as a device.
Stairs, right. It has to have moving parts.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, that won't work then. Oh goodness. Yeah, I'm just gonna have some string across, and I'm going to enact then just Fickle Fate. I want them to trip.
All right. First, give me a. I'm gonna make it Dexterity and Crafts -1 because trying to trip somebody with thread is a little more complicated than if you actually had something a little stronger. But yep, Dexterity and Crafts -1.
Okay.
This is probably not going to become relevant, but Jack, just for my benefit,
yeah.
I know I get something from being Winter Court. That's mantle, not contract, correct?
Right. Okay. Yes. If you're once you start getting higher dots of mantle, then you'll start having some passive benefits from that as well. Yes.
Yeah. And but so, it's not the contract act of Winter. For some reason, I put something in the wrong place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. If you've got Mantle Winter, how many do you have?
1.
Okay. If somebody is trying to notice you, they get a die penalty.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it did something. I just can't look it up right now because my computer is upset at me.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So 2 successes. You managed to string up a reasonably decent iteration of an attempted jerry-rigged tripwire.
And then Fickle Fate, I think I can affect one person with that.
Yes.
Swimmer. And then, so I'm going to affect the person who trips on this. I'm going to affect the first cop that trips over this thing.
Okay.
Because it's there.
All right. Well,
I want it to cling to them.
Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
All right.
With -2, ongoing 2.
Yeah. So it's his next instant attempted action, which is going to be his dex and athletics to attempt to not trip the fuck over this thing.
It's actually not on reflexive things.
It's still an
automatically reflexive.
The reflexive action is the reflexive action would be actually to notice it, and then. Okay. But yeah, once he hits it, he's gonna have to actively roll dex and athletics to try to not fall on his ass.
Cool. That works for me.
Yep. So at that point, so they are starting to come up the stairs.
This is possibly a bad idea, but it's
This
too
is
late.
Possibly a bad idea.
This is gonna.
And Mira, you were headed where again?
I was headed, so I think I may have been a little bit ahead of the cops because I left pretty much immediately. I was gonna head up the back staircase. I think we have one of those, and try and just be up by the offices.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're headed upstairs.
Help Nero, or run interference for Adele, or be someone who can talk to people. I know Phage is around, but I'm not exactly sure where she is.
Okay. Go ahead and, as you're going up, give me a wits and composure.
Sure. I have some dots in that. Any penalties?
No, just flat.
4 successes.
Okay. So as you're running up the stairs, you glance out one of the rear windows towards the alley-facing side of the building. And the rear door, which goes out of the kitchen, there are definitely a couple of officers posted up right outside that.
Okay. That's fine.
Yep.
We don't actually need to use that door, but fair enough.
But it does look like they are doing standard operating procedure and covering all the exits.
All the exits they know about.
Well,
look,
all of the exits they could possibly have any potential for awareness of.
People's
Yes.
closets are not considered exits.
Also, the hedge is not safe. That's not a safe exit.
Nobody said anything about safe.
No, but it is a cop-free exit.
Not once Nero goes through it.
And that. Phage, you make it out into the lobby just as you're seeing them starting to move up the stairs.
Yeah, so I was intending to sort of intercept them and sort of play the person who doesn't necessarily own the establishment but runs it and has a concern and is like, "Hey, Sarah, why do we have the boys in blue coming around?" It's sort of like
okay.
Sort of stop and intercept and try and get their attention.
Give me a presence, and since you're trying to make an intercept, I'll say expression.
I am, by the way, looking to find.
We will pour willpower into this.
I believe that.
Come on!
Oh God!
Why?
Wow, we are really bad at this.
That's 7
Okay.
dice.
Wow!
So you apparently, you call out and wave a hand, but apparently there's just enough noise in here that they don't even notice, and they disappear up the first flight of stairs.
Shite.
Oh my goodness.
I have to keep going after them.
Okay. All right. Adele, you're looking for what?
I am looking for. I believe that she was here. Our queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. To let her know that there are police on the property currently.
Okay.
Because that's something the field should know.
Yeah. Actually, I don't believe Gilly was in attendance tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, because this is the day after Samhain. So yeah, no, Gilly's
Then
not
I
around.
will just start making my way around to other changelings and letting them know police are here.
Oh God, they're gonna
If you have
panic.
any possible reason to leave, quietly make your exit.
Okay. Go ahead and give me I'm going to say manipulation and socialize.
Okay.
Trying to keep this all on the DL, very calm. And I'll give you a +2 because it's still noisy, busy, and...
Oh, good. That makes up for my -1.
Yep.
Question for the storyteller in the
Yes.
dressing rooms: do we have individual lights in there where we can turn on and off, or are they all connected in the system?
No, individuals.
Okay, cool.
That's one.
Okay. So as quietly as you can, it's still very crowded. So making your way, you're not making quick progress, but you are keeping it very subtle.
Good enough.
And people are starting to drift in various directions. Most of them either heading for more secluded areas to wait for a good moment. A couple of them taking a staircase up because with cops there and their general understanding of how cops work, this is feeling like a very hide and wait until it's over or get into the hedge. Or maybe if you're really good, trying to just bluff your way past them out the front door. Definitely not the back door. Leaving by the back door is hella suspicious.
Yes. Yeah, as long as I did not just cause a stampede to the back door, I'm happy.
No stampede. Just very sort of, and it's weird. Like, surprisingly, most people in this case would inadvertently draw attention to themselves just due to stress, tension, adrenaline, that sort of thing. These changelings to a one seem very capable of, despite a lot of them having significant abilities to project a attention grabbing aspect when in a crowd. They're also apparently really good at turning that the fuck off. Most of them too. Which makes sense given that, you guys live in the gaps in the cracks pretty much. But they seem to be doing fairly well. So the cops get to the top stairway and one of them trips on the thread. So this is going to be dexterity and athletics -2.
I have now moved to the bar and grabbed a bottle of something.
And bam! Straight down. Fucking Christ.
Ooh, ouch.
Fuck! And Liz, where are you right now?
I have tried to hide so that they didn't see me as they were going up, but as the guy falls, I'm gonna pop out and say, ooh, ouch.
Okay. Are you attempting to garner any specific reaction by this comment?
Annoyance? I need glamour, guys.
Give me a manipulation and expression.
All right.
I like how you're trying to get glamour off the cops who are here to arrest Nero.
I spent one already. I need more.
Is Lark still in the dressing room with me?
Yes, she.
Yes.
I'm going to look over at Lark and point to the light switch. Turn off the light.
Okay. She'll flip off the light.
And as soon as she turns off the light, I'm going to enact what is it? Night subtle distractions.
Okay. Yes, you do. You are making your way down the hall, and you hear a thud and swearing from a little ahead of you, out where the stairs come up before you get to the security booth. So the security room door is in between you and the swearing right now.
I'm sorry, not night subtle distractions. Shadow patch.
Okay, shadow patch. Okay.
Yeah, because Neville Shred is used outdoors at night, and I'm inside.
Right. So, Liz, you get 2 glamour as he shoots you just a venomous fucking look. And you see him kind of think for a minute. You can tell that this is an individual who is scrambling for whatever he can possibly think of to arrest somebody right now.
Okay.
And you've got probably about 10 seconds before he comes up with an excuse.
Okay. Well, splitting them up would be good. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna run. And I'm not trying to hide where I'm running. Running. out
Oh my god.
the front.
Ah.
This
Ah.
I
Now
warned
we
you
bail 2 of
about.
them.
Listen, sometimes it's good to be extremely visible.
I wasn't saying goddamn it list for no reason all this time.
Ah.
Okay.
It should be noted. It was pointed out that Adele was technically supposed to go up to her office and get someone a home address. So a fake address is given to a police officer. Then she went down and started hunting down people and is at the bar with a bottle.
Yep.
Let me know when Phage catches up to the cops, by the way.
So right about now,
I do have my armor on.
yeah, I know.
Constantly. Okay.
So right about now, Mira is pretty much to the security booth door. Phage, you are almost up the second flight of stairs. They're at the top of the third.
Okay.
Liz, you are headed down the stairs because you were behind them when they tripped.
Yep.
Lark, Neofly, you guys are in a dark room together. Adele, you are making your way down from your office.
Okay.
Everybody hears the gunshot. The bullet splinters the railing probably about 6 inches in front of your face, Liz.
Mm-hmm.
And you immediately hear 2 loud Baltimore male voices commanding you to stop.
I stop.
Thank God.
Sarah has leapt backwards against the rail and has her hands clamped around it. You're not entirely sure whether she's trying to stay out of the way or she's preparing to rip it out of the wall.
Yep.
But there's a moment, a beat.
Mm-hmm.
The one who tripped gets to his feet, comes and starts walking down the stairs towards Litz.
I am beelining my ass off.
Was he the one who shot?
No, it was the other one.
Okay. It was the other one.
The other one is very clearly still holding a gun on you, Liz.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I raised my hand. He was staring at me. And I'm trying to back up, like, very slowly. I'm watching the gun.
The handcuffs are out. Ma'am, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Where am I?
You have a right to an attorney. The hand hits your shoulder, turns you around, pushes you up against the wall. He's very clinically just handcuffing you right now.
Where am I in relation to this?
Right, you are about 3 steps down, and just sort of around the corner. You've got visual to this.
Am I visible to them right now?
None of them are facing you. But so none of them can see you right now, but they are in close proximity.
So desperate times call for desperate measures. Just kind of pulling.
I think Aaron's trying to say something.
Okay.
Yep. I know that I was near the top of the stairs when this happened.
Yes.
And I heard a gunshot. Just let me know when I get there.
Okay. You are there right about now.
Running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much, given the proximity that you guys were at, with the exception of Lark and Neofly, who heard a gunshot, but it was very muffled through, distance and stuff, and difficult to tell the direction of where it's coming from. Everybody who wants to be there is there right now.
I'm pulling out a med kit and preparing to walk around the corner.
Okay, yeah, you walk around the corner, you see Mira getting handcuffed.
Is anyone hurt? Oh, officers. Is anyone injured?
Stay back, ma'am.
So while I'm not in their field of vision, desperate times call for desperate measures. A power failure is a lot easier to explain. So, so like out from her dress, the thunderbore comes out, barrel flips open, pressed to the wall, thump.
All right. You can either roll weird or spend a glamour, whichever you choose.
I'll spend a glamour.
Okay. All right, Adele.
Adele is just walking around the corner and is using Creeping Dread.
Oh no!
As I said,
Took you long enough.
It could have gone very bad previously.
Yeah.
It was a last resort. Police firing gunshots in my club is that point.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
Welcome
good.
to World
Absolutely.
of Darkness, where excessive force is the order of the day.
Yep.
Every day. All right. So you will need to roll manipulation.
Manipulation weird.
Right. -2 for their resolve.
-2.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I spend my last willpower point again? Nothing.
You don't
Changeling, I
have any
think
willpower.
nothing. Right.
Okay.
In Changeling, it's
I just
that
don't
you don't have any willpower.
Okay.
Right.
I'm spending it,
Okay.
so that'll be +1.
All right. Are you doing the 1 glamour or the 2? Well, I assume you're not doing the 2 glamour and a willpower because.
God damn it! I need to hold on. What's the difference between the two?
If you spend 1 glamour, you can affect 1 target. If you spend 2 glamour and a willpower, you can affect everybody within 3 yards.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, and I can't spend. Yeah. Well, I don't want to affect everybody because. Yeah, I will just do 1, and I am looking specifically at. I am targeting whichever of these 2 police officers seems to be in charge.
Okay. That would be the one handcuffing Liz.
Okay. So it is weird plus manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
No, not wit plus manipulation. Weird plus manipulation, and then +3 -2. So it's 1. Come on, work.
Hey.
Okay. So they will be, if you are attempting to incite fear or intimidate that target. What is your weird total? 2?
My weird total is 2.
All right. He is at a -2 to resist fear or intimidation for the rest
he
of the
just
scene.
turns around and stalks straight up the stairs, like a momentary. Like, did you just try to shoot somebody in my club?
At which point,
The power goes out.
well, yes, the power goes out.
We're billing them for
Everything
damages.
goes-
They shot the power breaker.
Exactly.
Everything goes pitch fucking black. With the exception of, well, actually, let me take a look at how that functions, because that is a question, whether it affects things in the building or literally anything within a certain distance. Hang on a second. All electronic equipment. So yeah, it is pitch fucking black. I was gonna say you could see the light bars turn on outside, but those aren't working.
Cool.
So yeah, everything within 15 yards, which is 45 feet. Yeah, probably that would include the. Yeah, no, that's pretty much almost the entire building. Just powers right the fuck down, and it is dark as shit in here. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh no.
And let me get us to break and make sure. There you go. I was
There?
saying that I ask if anyone's injured.
Right.
I was currently in the middle of rolling for Shadow Patch
Okay.
before all of this transpired, which would be just what's in weird.
Go ahead.
Is there any minuses to that?
I know you were actually at a +1 to that. So yeah. Because it's super dark, so it's not too hard to be unnoticed.
One success.
All right. So you activate Shadow Patch, and you can almost feel the darkness begin to creep up your legs, latch on to the tips of your fingers, wrap itself around your wrists, and slowly begin to snake up your arms. And you're feeling like, yeah, you are going to be a lot harder to find. You can't really see much all that well right now. I mean, probably better than maybe Lark can, but it's going to be even harder for them to see you. Lark, what are you doing?
All right,
Since you're in the
Lark,
same location.
Lark is going to use her phone as a flashlight, and she's going to try to go towards where she heard the gunshot come from.
Okay. So you pull out your phone, no response. It's dead.
Okay, well, she'll do her best to navigate the dark.
Okay, sounds good. Give me a wits and composure -3. You can spend willpower on this because this is a familiar area.
Yeah, I'm going to spend a willpower on this.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
6.
Oh, you didn't do the -3. Sorry, you're gonna have to re-roll that.
Oh, well, I was...
She spent the
Oh, you spent willpower.
I spent
so you rolled
willpower, so that
There.
counts.
Okay. Yep.
Nice.
Nope. You're good. Okay. Yeah. No. All right. So you, using your very keen sense of hearing and your knowledge of what's going on, you make your way to the lobby almost as fast as if you were just walking quietly with the lights on. There are a number of people freaking out, panicking, trying to be like, there's a lot of surprise because, you know, there was a gunshot and then about 30 seconds later, all the lights went out. So everybody has no idea what the fuck is going on. But the one good thing about people vocalizing is you can usually tell when they're fairly close to you. So you manage to wend your way around pretty much everyone. And you are sort of at the bottom of the stairs right about now.
Okay.
Adele.
Yep.
No, wait. Mara.
okay.
Liz. Sorry, first.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I have. Are the handcuffs completely on yet, or
Oh,
not?
yeah. Hardcore.
Okay. All right. Well, this is. That's no good. Let's see. Let's. Yeah, they fit. They close. I'm not that tiny.
Just making sure. I thought she could have just slipped out of it. Just like whoop.
Yep. I'm going to try and get those to break using. Let's.
Touch of the workman's wrath.
Yeah. Does this? Let me find that. Where did
They have moving parts.
They do have moving parts. Would this count as the owner of the device stole or attempted to steal? They're trying to arrest me. Does this count?
No, not even a little bit.
All right. I tried. I will spend 2 glamour then.
Yep.
To break
It'll be
the thing.
larceny and weird -1.
Okay. And I can't see crap because I just stared into a bright light and now it's dark. Like
Yep.
about a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
Larceny and what?
Weird.
Okay. -1. It did not click. Come on. Oh, it's not adding weird for whatever reason. We'll just roll it. So flat. Nope.
Okay, so you
Add your weird.
It was -1 and I couldn't get the weird to click on, so I just straight because my weird's
it
+1.
balanced out.
Yep, it balanced out. That's why.
So yeah, you're fiddling a hand back there, and you try and push that energy into it. Try and figure out if there's some level of agreement where you can influence these handcuffs to pop open. And clink. Nope.
Okay.
Adele.
So Adele's immediate response is just in the darkness. Actually, she pulls out her lighter, flicks it on, so that there's a flame just sort of lighting the side of her face to add to that creepiness factor.
Legit. Because that's not electronic.
Exactly. As she looks in the direction of where the cops were, what the fuck did you just do? Did you, damn it?
All right.
My lawyers are going to, and just starts going off, screaming for badge numbers, names, the whole thing.
Okay. Phage, what's your resolve and composure is a total of 5, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. You can start to see a couple things, like an exit sign, like sort of spasm, flicker, and then shutter back out again. Nothing's coming back on, and especially not really at full functionality. You feel like this is going to last for at least a little while.
Okay.
As the cop shoulders Liz harder against the wall and pulls his own gun now, pointing it at Adele. There's a little bit of shake that you can just barely see in the lighter illumination. Ma'am, step back. Step back right now.
Okay.
Anybody who's in the stairwell right now can give me a wits and empathy if they want to try and figure out where this is headed.
Sure.
I think that's
That seems
probably
good.
a good idea.
I have a 1.
Liz, you're at a -1 because your face is smashed
Yep.
into right now.
Am I in the stairwell right now?
You're close enough that you can sort of hear, so you're at a -1 as well because you don't have visual, but you can still make the roll.
Okay.
2.
1. Which is not bad.
2.
Okay. Scared cops plus guns, usually a terrible, terrible combination.
Yep.
Adele, Liz, Lark, you guys are getting the idea that if we don't want to put Mira's skills to the test, diffusing the situation is probably better than exacerbating the situation at this point. But, you know, up to you.
Why do you think I was here? Mira will. I'm sorry, I can't see what's going on very well. I am a able medic. Is anyone hurt?
Everyone stand back.
Can I do a thing?
Yep.
Because when everything kind of went off, Phage's immediate thing would have been in with the dark without light, sort of immediately stowing the gun away again to back where it was hidden.
No problem.
And then kind of immediately being the sort of Irish business person who's just had everything go upside down and sort of like like intentionally slam her leg into the stairs as if she had just accidentally bumped into it because it was dark, and then just fucking shite. This is why I don't let people have weapons. Just put the gun down, please, before you break something else.
Give me a manipulation and persuasion, given the Knight's Creeping Dread, -2.
I'll use a willpower to make that +1.
Okay. Willpower. The best ever.
I have a success. I'm glad I used that.
All right. And then his resolve and composure collectively. We need clear space between us and the front door.
I mean, that's been my thing, so.
Step back, everybody, now.
I'm on the upside of the stairs, so I'll try and keep an angle on seeing them.
Okay.
I'm not in their way.
Still right now, there's just the lighter that's illuminating, so it's pretty obvious where the light source is coming from.
Yeah, about that. Completely lacking in mental fortitude at this point, since she is.
Oh no! Oh no!
Adele is removing the giant bullseye that's right next to her face.
Okay.
And practically skittering back away from the weapon of death.
Okay. So the lights are back out again?
Yes.
Okay.
He's getting what he asked for. Because she is zipping her ass down the stairs away from this situation now.
Okay. And as you do so, you can hear the commotion and hubbub going on in the main areas, as most people here heard it, and about at least half of them probably identified it as a gunshot. And literally nobody knows what to do.
This is why where we should have been playing loud music with thumping beats.
You guys wanted a goth night. You got a goth night.
Goth nights have thumping beats.
You can hear one of the cops like clicking on his radio. CQ. All right, Jeffries, let's move. And Liz, you feel yourself hauled away from the.
Can I? Is he getting a response?
You don't hear the anything come back over the radio. No.
Okay.
Nothing is working.
For let's see. It doesn't say anything about having to touch it. A brief glimmer of repair. I've never used the radio, so I meet the catch.
Okay.
I want it to work.
You want the radio to work?
I want the radio to work.
Okay.
They're nervous. They want answers. So I'll let them have that. It doesn't say anything about having to touch it?
No. Oh, wait. Yes. The Changeling must perform or help perform the repairs.
Okay.
Contract. So,
got it. Never mind. Okay.
You won't be
Never mind. I can't do that.
Sorry.
I'm good.
Okay.
Hey, storyteller.
Yep.
Is it cool if I can enact the Creeping Dread from the dressing room?
You have to be able to see them.
Oh, okay.
You have to be able to see your target for Creeping Dread.
Then can I just use actually Night Subtle what was it? Night Subtle Distractions, and just use the since I'm not able to use the catch, just use the payment that I need to make myself less.
It won't stack with Shadow Patch, which you already have active. So, well, let me see. Oh no, it actually would because Shadow Patch. Yeah, you can do that and try and stack those together. Because everybody's already at a -3 to notice you. But yeah, if you want to try and amp that up with a second contract, go for it.
What do I have to pay? Because I'm not.
It's 1 glamour, and you'll have to roll your weird and stealth.
Okay.
And you'll get a +1 to the weird and stealth roll.
One success.
Okay. All right. Everybody within 50 yards of you is affected. Okay, wow, the math here is crazy, but so, Neofly, if you try and sneak anywhere, given that you've got Night Subtle Distractions and Shadow Patch active, as long as you stay in this currently dark environment and the lights stay out, they are at a -6 to see you, and you are at a +3 to your stealth. So,
Nice.
if you want to fucking show off, now's your chance. Right.
You know what? The one thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to get closer to the door just to see if I can hear what's going on.
All right. So go ahead and roll me if you're trying to sneak, dexterity, and stealth. Otherwise, just a flat wits and composure -3.
Okay. So dex and stealth.
Dex and stealth. All right, and that's at a +3 as well.
Two successes.
Okay, and roll me a wits and composure -3, just so we can see how well your perception is as you're making your way that way.
Gotcha. Zero successes.
Okay. So you bang into a few things and a few people, but you start making your way that way. Okay. And each time you hit something, you get the idea that it definitely attracts somebody's attention, but by the time they figure out even where it was coming from, you're already somewhere else and they have no idea where you're at.
Okay.
But as you come down there, you can hear just these repeated staccato verbal commands. Everybody back! Police coming through! Nobody move! Stay where you are! Everybody on the ground! You know, and they're just kind of cycling through these sort of catchphrases that they probably learned at the academy and have been told to employ in situations where they feel like, you know, things are getting a little out of control. By the time you get to the door, they've already made their way down to the bottom of the stairs. What's everybody else been doing in the meantime? Liz, you're pretty much completely restrained and being dragged along with them.
Yep. Can I try and get the handcuffs off again? I'm not trying to remove them. I'm trying to get them open so that I can hold them there, and it looks like I'm still restrained, but I'm not.
Are you using the same contract, or?
Yes, I will do that again.
Okay. Yeah, you can do Workman's Wrath, larceny and weird. Spend 2 glamour.
All right, let's try that again, and I'm gonna spend a willpower if I can.
Okay. Yeah, you can. This is something you're actively able to attempt to try and do harder.
Yes.
You are at a -1 though, so you only get a cumulative +2.
Yep. Okay. It'd be plus weird. Wait, it'd be plus weird and -2.
So it'll be larceny plus weird.
Yep.
Plus 3 -2.
Plus 3 -2. So +2. Okay. One success.
All right. So. Okay. Because I'm reading the the description of how this thing functions. By casually touching the device, the changeling damages it such that it requires minor repairs or adjustments to be used.
Yep.
So it's not necessarily going to let you go if you do this. It's simply going to stop functioning, which in this case probably doesn't mean popping
help.
open.
Okay.
Actually, here. High or low?
High.
That's an 88. One of them pops open.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of swinging loose now.
Yep. I'm trying to hold it in place. If I have a jacket that I usually wear, if I can like get the sleeve down to kind of cover that and hold it in place as it's behind me.
Give me a dexterity and subterfuge.
Okay.
I'll give you a +2 because you're pretty much in pitch dark.
Mm-hmm.
What's everybody else doing at the meantime?
Adele has made it as far out as outside.
Okay.
At this point, and is waiting out there. Are there cops out there still, I'm assuming?
So there's a number of police officers, probably about another 3 that are kind of over by the cars. They seem to be trying to figure out literally why these things won't start or function in any way whatsoever. And there's at least one who's sort of just standing there with his gun on his hip, trying to get the radio to work. And as soon as you come out, he's definitely unsnapped, but he's not drawing, and he's sort of stepping towards you. What's going on? Remember, you don't have creeping dread on this guy, so
yes, I'm aware.
But pretty much even footing, at least here.
You know, I'm just going to wait until everybody gets out here so we can cover that. While we're at it, though, could I have your name and batch number? I'm going to want it from everybody who is here tonight.
Yeah, we can get you that.
And I will start collecting those from everybody outside.
He's not actually going to give them to you yet. He's got to, as soon as you are like approached to push further, he'll be like, let's get everything settled and then we can handle. And his eyes, he's talking to you, but you can see his eyes are still fixed on the front door. You get the idea that he's not going to do much PR until he knows where his guys are. But he's not completely shutting you down. He's just kind of in, hang on a minute, wait until we get the
yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is good enough for her at the moment in her freaked out mode.
Okay. All right. Probably about 30 seconds later, the 2 officers come out with lists in between them, and they're just marching her towards the vehicles. What's everybody else up to? So Lark, you saw all of this, and when they opened the doors, things got a little brighter on the inside because some of the streetlights across the road are starting to flood into the interior a bit. So yeah, pretty much everybody's gathered around or can be where these officers are taking lists out of the building.
Lark is going to be like following them when he sees them take lists out.
Phage?
So Phage currently has 2 people in her players that she's got to help, and she can only help one of them at a time. So she's going to go find Nero and make sure he gets into the fucking hedge.
Okay. All right. Nero
We've only
is
got so much time.
Nero's in the security booth swearing because all of the surveillance equipment is down.
Of course, yes.
And if you come in lieu of me attempting to play John playing Nero, just give me a manipulation and persuasion roll. Given his setup, I'm going to say you're at let me look at his character sheet. You're at a -2 on it.
Come on. God damn it.
Ooh.
He's determined to not go into the hedge until he at least figures out what the fuck is going on and demands that you tell him what's happening.
Well, the cops are currently trying... The cops are currently trying to arrest Liz, and I need to deal with that. But first, I need to make sure they're not going to arrest you when they come back in here and the lights turn back on.
Let me talk to them. If they need...
They will fucking arrest you. Get the fuck in the hedge.
Grab, pick up, carry to hedge.
Yeah.
1.
I did not do that so that he could get arrested.
I will fucking toss you in the hedge myself if you don't get in there right now.
All right. Everybody else. Mira, I think you were trying to say something.
So if I see Phage headed that way, I'll head towards the cop stuff because
okay,
same set of 2 people that need persuading.
Right. Okay.
And yeah.
Neofly's just trying to see.
Okay. Yeah. So you're basically seeing a small, slight, short figure being dragged out by the silhouette of 2 officers. And then once they finally sort of hit the exterior, there's a little more light because of lighting further out that wasn't caught by the Thunderbore pulse. And yeah, she's apparently getting dragged to a police cruiser.
You know the reaction that comes out of his mouth. God damn it.
Yep.
So basically, I think now what he's trying to do is just trying to, I guess, just trying to get back to his booth, kind of just to hide out there until everything kind of like calms down.
Okay.
Right now, in his current state, he can't do much.
No problem. And let's see, who are we missing? Liz. So you're being dragged towards a couple of cop cars, and right about now, one of them kind of does the whoop chirp, and the lights suddenly come on, and you sort of see all the lighting in the area that had been inert slowly sort of flickers back to life, and things seem to be more or less functional now.
Ooh. I'm just waiting to see what's happening.
Okay. So, you know, you're brought to the back seat of a vehicle. The rear door opens. There's the hand on the shoulder, hand on the head. You're pushed inside, and the door shuts and locks behind you.
I already have my phone out.
Okay.
In record mode.
Sounds good.
Is it working again?
Yep. All the electronics seem to be functional. Lark, as you're standing there, like, your phone blinks back on, you know?
All right, Lark wants to try to talk to the officer.
Are you targeting anybody in particular? There's the 2 that are busy putting Liz in the car. There's the one who's sort of standing there that seems to be sort of taking points, looking kind of side-eye at Adele, who's videoing this all on her phone.
Does it seem like one of them is, like, in charge?
He seems to be the more front-facing officer, the one near Adele.
Okay. All right, then Lark's gonna go over to him.
Okay. He's just standing there, like, he's not going to address you. He's just waiting to see what's happening and, you know, keeping an eye out.
Excuse me, officer?
Yes, ma'am?
What reason do you have for arresting her?
We're not speaking to the public on the matter at the moment, ma'am. If you could please step back.
No. I am a family member, and I need to know what reason you have for arresting her.
Ma'am, this is a police matter right now. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer those at a later time once we have the area secured and make sure that everybody's safe.
Has it been noted they are not explaining why they are putting this person, this person focusing.
So right about now, you can't really see Liz anymore because she's inside a car.
I mean, yeah, but
like
as soon as the lights came on,
the
phone was out recording, so
solid.
It would have gotten a good shot of her getting put into the. They're not explaining why, when immediately after a gunshot was heard in my establishment, I'm saying as I'm recording all of this.
Right.
The lights went off. I don't know what sort of damage has been done to my business. They're refusing to answer any questions. I have asked several times, and I have not gotten names or badge numbers at this point.
Ma'am, we'll be able to give you that information as soon as we have everything under control. This is for your own safety. Please allow us to do our job, and then we'll handle any questions that you have.
You're going to freaking tell me right now, or I'm going to throw myself in front of one of your cars and you can deal with that situation.
We've dealt with worse, ma'am. Please just calm down. Let's all take a deep breath, and please step back up on the sidewalk.
I'll stand wherever I feel like.
Oh, dear.
You are not going to take her.
So I assume that I have arrived by this point.
Yeah. Everybody who wants to be outside at this point is outside at this point.
I am kind of... Oh, my God.
I might have to end up bodily hoisting Nero into the hedge first. So,
Okay, one thing that's happening on one side of the...
Yes. All right. So, Mira, what are you up to now that
I
you're...
suspect our GM is as well. She's just gonna walk out, kind of... Yeah, no, she's gonna risk it. She's gonna walk...
Oh, dear.
Look. Calming gestures to make the cop feel better at Lark.
Okay.
Look, we're all just stressed. It was really surprising. I don't know if your equipment had the same issues, but it seemed like my phone stopped working when the lights went out. I think just a few answers to some really simple questions would help everything get over.
As soon as we have everything under control, we'll be happy to answer any questions that we can. In the meantime, we need to ensure that there's no...
Do I not get a roll
danger
on
or
that?
peril. If you'd like to make a roll, it will be a manipulation and persuasion.
Because I am specifically just trying to be like, look, it's not... I'm trying to make him think it's not procedure, but if I say some words, that'll be convenient. This will all be over much faster.
Okay. That'll be manipulation and persuasion. Unfortunately, you don't get any teammate things because literally nobody else is actually trying to make things calm down. So
yeah, they're bad at making decisions. We will have a debrief later.
No, we'll meta... Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, manipulation and persuasion, just a flat roll on that.
I'm spending a willpower on this.
Yep, that's perfectly fine.
Only 3 successes. Damn. That is not a great roll.
Yeah, but 10 dice, but 3 successes. That's almost average.
Yeah.
That's actually average. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's still not a ton of successes.
Right. But it's
enough
a fair
for
number.
This fucker.
From everybody who's been rolling 0 successes most of this game.
This has been a rough game for you guys. And for the first time, he actually makes eye contact with somebody who's talking to him. What's your name, ma'am? Mira. I'm Officer Janowick.
It's nice to meet you.
I work for the Western District. And unfortunately, I'm not entirely certain what's transpired. We lost communications earlier, and we haven't gotten any updates from our arresting officers. If you would be willing to wait a moment, I'll go speak with them and figure out what's going on for you.
Thank you so much for all your assistance.
I'll be right back. And he steps away to go have a fairly hushed conversation with his 2 compadres.
Zoom in further.
They have a quick chat and then step over to the car that is actually parked furthest back. Not the one that Mira was or that Liz was put into. That one's window rolls down a couple inches, and the one who Officer Janowick kind of bends down, talks to somebody who's inside there. The window goes back up, and he steps over. Has another few words with the two officers who arrested Liz. Comes back in. Miss Mira, excuse me, ma'am. Currently, the young lady in question is going to be arrested for evading pursuit and a number of other incidents that we can give details to any potential attorney that she may be interested in consulting with. But that's as much as I'm able to tell you at the moment, given that this is now a active scene in a sense. But if you have any questions, you can of course.
Have any reason to think there's still an active gunman on the property?
We do not at the moment. The shot was fired by one of the officers.
Because
at least he was honest.
Due to their perception of endangerment and potential hostile actions by individuals inside the club.
So they fired at an unarmed person?
We have no reason to believe that the individual in question was unarmed.
She's unarmed.
I appreciate that that's your opinion. And there was implied assault on one of the officers in question. So the situation, of course, did carry with it a level of danger, and they responded in the manner to which they felt was most responsible at the time. In situations such as this, the Baltimore Police Department, of course, will conduct all necessary investigations of all individuals involved and responsible and determine actual occurrence and make proceedings appropriate moving forward. Unfortunately, that's all that I can tell you right now. Ma'am, I understand that you're wanting to get information on names and badge numbers, and
I'm also going to need. I'm also going to need to know where she.
And you can take that.
I'm not done
speaking. Shut the fuck up, ma'am.
I'm going to be.
And you can take that up with the individuals at the Western District, should you have any requests that direction. Desk Sergeant will be on duty all evening. We'll be happy to have you make your inquiries at your convenience.
Very well. Is that where she's going? I need to know where to send her legal counsel.
That information will be held by the Desk Sergeant there as well. But all arrests made within the Western District generally do process at our Western District office. If there are any changes, you can contact the Western District offices and they'll be able to inform you as such.
Wonderful.
Have a good evening, folks.
Thank you so much for your help. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
You see the back of him going, right? Yeah, I'm sure you don't. And sirens go on, and Liz, you are driven away from the night gallery.
Yep. Could I tell who was in the other car? They talked to someone.
Not from this distance. Shut in as you are, and you didn't have a good angle on it anyway.
Zoomed in as much as I was I able to get a good, at least vague shot of him?
Not really. With the light bar on top, and he was not lit whatsoever, and there was plenty of other illumination pollution, as it were, in the frame. So yeah, you have no idea who that might have been.
Would I have any idea, being the one who was calm in this situation?
No.
Okay.
Too far away and in heavy shadow. All right.
I walk over to Lark.
Right about now, Phage, you've convinced Nero to open a door and go into the hedge.
As they're leaving.
He is not willing to go anywhere. He is basically saying, I will step on the other side of this thing and I will sit tight and then we will open it up again and I will come right the fuck back out.
Fine, just wait there until the police are fucking gone, please.
And he does.
I walk over to Lark, hand my phone. There's a phone number for an... oh, God. I give the name. I don't remember what the name of my...
Oh, your attorney?
Yes.
Yep.
Call him, say it's from me. He doesn't know anything about the special circumstances. Just explain the vagaries and say there will be... he will be able to charge quite a bit.
Okay.
And I go back inside, go up to the office, shut the door, and hide underneath the desk.
Okay. All right. Mira.
I'm going to... There was one other thing that I was trying to ask, but so many people were doing things.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Was
We can
I
retcon
able
it.
to potentially remain out of shot of Adele's camera while asking the questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could have managed that pretty easily.
Yeah. And I'm gonna flick open my phone, text to the text chain. I realize this is a little presumptuous given I am new, but I'm calling a family meeting as soon as Neo is well enough.
So everybody gets that across the text.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna go deal with the person who's still ODing.
Yeah. Lark, what did you say?
Lark's calling the lawyer.
Okay. So you'll get a shit, I can't even remember if I gave this guy a name.
I feel like I did. Hold on, I'm
Oh, okay.
Here. That's just his lawyer.
Because I've got a name if you want me to just give him one.
Yeah, I don't have any names. All I have is disreputable but capable.
Yep, that's him. So the phone rings
He's a
twice.
shady motherfucker.
And then there's a fairly weedy sort of voice. You reached the law offices of Wilfred Abercrombie Esquire. We're not operating at these times, so if you care to leave a name, phone number, and a brief description of your legal issue, we'll contact you or one of my representatives or secretaries will. Have a nice day.
She'll just leave basic information. She's a friend of Adele's. There was a situation with another
All right.
friend.
Sounds good.
Need him to call back as soon as possible.
All right, then. Fantastic. Good to know. Okay, so the message has been left. All right.
Sure, leave your phone on next time, asshole.
At like 3 a.m.
I don't care.
Okay.
I pay him enough.
which is honestly about what time it is right now. It's about 3 a.m.
Oh, actually, wait, hold on.
Okay.
'Cause I got a thing I gotta do right now. I don't give a fuck what kind of a state I'm in. I'm calling this man right the fuck now. I'm going to pull out my phone, check the time, and if it's
Yep, it's about 3 a.m. Yeah.
I'm calling Jerry.
Okay. So the phone rings twice, and then you hear a rattle as a receiver is picked up. Jerry Riggs.
Hi, Jerry. This is Neofly.
I don't know who you are. You got 5 seconds, or I'm hanging up.
I'm interested in some information that you have involving goblin markets. I'm looking to get something.
Oh, brother. Okay. Yeah. No. How'd you get my number?
What was the? It was Will Starkers.
Yep.
Will Starkers got me this information.
Oh, right. Great. Are you the one who's looking for Cocklebur?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, how you ever read The Hero's Journey?
I remember it. I remember reading a little bit of it in high school, but
Okay. Well, you're going to be kind of in the middle of it on this one. Yeah. 327914, and we're good. Okay. Yeah. So Cocklebur kind of stays in the hedge most of the time, which means he ain't exactly easy to track down. But if you want to hunt, we'll find a decent time where you might have a chance at seeing him. But honestly, easiest way to get in touch with the bastard is if you bait him out.
And how would I do that?
Well, it's mostly a matter of figuring out what his taste is at the moment and playing to that. The man is a fiend for chocolate, and he has it go well with sourdough toast. So if you can leave him a little sample, a little tribute, as it were, he'll usually be fairly receptive to that sort of thing. But that's gonna mean that you got to get up to the kind of west end of East End, up there by Madison, and that way if you like Madison Street hits Milton, and he pops out at that intersection on occasion, but usually wandering up and down some of the alleys there. He's a little bit of a picker, if you understand my but anyway, so you grab some dark chocolate and you toast some sourdough bread, and you leave it on a little plate or a little tray. You leave 4 or 5 of those out around that intersection, and keep an eye on as many of them as you can if you got some friends to help you. And then when he comes out, you can kind of just snap him right up.
Okay. And where did you say the intersection was?
Sorry?
Where did you say the intersection was?
Oh, North Milton and East Madison Street.
Got it.
But yeah, that tends to pull him out, and that way you can have a little bit of a chat with the gentleman in question. He's not a very chatty, gregarious sort of individual. If you surprise him too much, he'll do a runner, and he's a slippery little fella, that guy. And if you don't surprise him at all and he sees you coming, he's liable to just vanish, and then he's almost equally hard to come down. So it's a weird little balance you have to strike there, but I'm sure you all can figure that out.
Got it.
But yeah. Will says that you're good folk, so hope that was at least marginally helpful for you.
I think I can figure out what to do next after this. Thank you so much for your help.
No problem. You need anything fixed, you give me another call, same number, same time.
Got it.
Alrighty. You have a good night now. Click.
And then I looked to the message that was sent to the group.
Okay.
And I kind of just send a message back, in the booth, if you all want to gather in this location.
So everybody gets that message as well.
Adele doesn't have her phone to respond to.
Nope.
If I look at all the cameras, all the cops have taken off.
Yes, does look like there are no longer any police officers in the building.
I open the door to the hedge.
And Nero will stumble back out, swearing a bit.
That takes a glamour, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I drop
and kind of sucking on the back of his hand. Apparently, he got a nasty thorn gash, stumbling in there.
Jesus, man, you gotta learn how to push your luck when the cops are coming to arrest you.
Fuck off. But fuck off.
So, I saw Adele hand Lark her phone, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'll head up wherever I think Adele was heading.
Okay. So you make your way up to the office because that seems, and by now, like everybody in the club has sort of cleared the fuck out pretty much. There's a few people still lingering up behind, pretty much all changelings, and Paige, of course.
Yeah, I need to go find Paige.
Who is, Paige is, give me a wits and investigation.
Wrong night to bring your girlfriend.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, well.
Oh god, you had to make an investigation.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna try and find her, so I'm just gonna roll willpower to cancel out that -3 I get for having no investigation.
Okay.
Nope.
So you go looking around. You can't find her. You can't find her anywhere.
Unfortunately, Paige tripped a cop and then tried to run, so...
I head to the women's restroom, and I was kind of, Paige, you're on here.
Nobody seems to be in there.
Damn it, girl.
Mira, you come to Adele's closed office door.
Okay. I'm not gonna knock. I'm just gonna, from the other side of the door. It's Mira.
Probably a couple seconds pause. Yes? Is everything all right?
It seems like the situation is diffusing itself. Well, for now.
Wonderful. I have some things that I need to take care of right now.
Can I get an empathy or a...
Yeah, wits and empathy.
My 2 dice. Not a good roll for me. 0 successes.
I mean, I'm not much better, but...
Okay.
Right.
So I don't actively get deceived, I assume.
You don't actively get deceived, but you know it's an option, but she's a little muffled and it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Okay. I know your phone's with Lark right now. We're hoping to have a family meeting to talk about what happened. To go through everything that came up. I just wanted to see if you were up for that right now.
Of course, yes, absolutely. I will be down shortly.
And I also wanted to talk about the other thing you asked me. Earlier tonight.
There's a longer pause. The door opens. She's got probably a bottle of whatever she has in the office. Mira, darling, it's been a long night. You're gonna have to narrow that down for me.
You asked me why people were looking at you.
Ah, yes. Yes, plenty of time for that later. That's not a grave concern right now. I will be down shortly. Shut.
All right. Lark.
Lark's going to try to find Barnaby.
He's trying to find you, so that works out.
Awesome.
Right. So you like go in and you start looking around, you walk through a door and there he is, and he's like, oh, hey. And sort of clops over to you. And just kind of takes you by the shoulders. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm guessing that. Please tell me. Actually, don't tell me anything. I can't think of a good person who had just fired a gun in a fucking club.
It was one of the cops.
Jesus fucking Christ! What the? Did we get a name?
Of the cop? No.
K.
Sounds like they were desperate.
I would not want to be that motherfucker in the next week and a half.
It sounds like they were desperate to arrest somebody, so they arrested Liz.
Shit. Okay. Do we know where they're taking her? Sorry, are you doing okay? I get problem solving. Are you all right? You're sure? I mean, physically, but also like, you know.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Just kind of pissed right now.
I can imagine. Do you want to, like, everybody's gone. Do you want to sit down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Right. He'll pull out a chair for you.
She's
And sort of, right. And he'll kind of, he'll just sort of lean up against the wall. He's very fidgety right now, you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just watching you. So, what do you need?
I honestly don't know right now. You probably just have to figure this out. I don't know. They wouldn't even release like where they were taking her.
Well, yeah, they're cops. They don't want to tell anybody anything if they don't have to, if they're not forced to.
Yeah, I don't know. We just have to figure out where they took her right now.
Yeah. I don't know if Gilly has any pull at that level. I'll have to talk to. Yeah, I'll have to see who we have that can get any influence through either City Hall or
Thank you.
Definitely. Yeah. No. We take care of our people. And then, after she's taken care of and home safe and everything's settled, then we get fucking payback.
Yeah, I like that.
That's gonna be fun. Anyway, sorry, getting distracted, but yes, I'll make sure you're in the loop on everything that we can do there, and I'm sure. I mean, Motley first, Court and Freehold, but we'll have plenty of resources at our disposal for handling this sort of shit.
Just thank you so much for all your help.
Anytime. And look, like everything's fine. Nothing earlier tonight changes anything. We take care of each other, so we're good. I mean, this is. I don't want to make light of things, but the Keyhold versus the Baltimore PD. I mean, that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, all right. You have my number. I'll get out of your hair. Unless you need anything right now. Like
right now, I think I just need to talk to the rest of my motley.
Okay. All right. Well, call me as soon as you're ready.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Have a great night, and we'll get this patched up as soon as we can.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you later. And he trots on out. Phage, you're still looking for Paige right now. You come back into the main room as you see Barnaby sort of walking away from Lark, and he sort of stops, kind of glances in a couple of directions like he's trying to figure out which exit he wants, and then just cuts behind the bar, and you see him stop and bend down And then Will Starkers and Paige sort of pop up, and she's got just an open bottle in her hand.
There you like. Paige immediately rushes over to the bar. There you are, Jesus.
Don't worry. I kept an eye. I dragged her back here for cover, and we just had a nice quiet drink. She's fine. She's fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
It was
What
Will
the fuck
turnovers, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who's like acting very sort of like dad uncle-ish to your girlfriend right now. Right. And and Paige is like, yeah, we're okay. That was a gunshot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so glad she kind of gives Paige a hug and just kind of
she
holds
just
her
wraps
really
her
close.
arms around you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. This is not
Well,
not the kind of night that I wanted to bring you to the club for the first time on. Sorry.
You promised excitement. That technically qualifies as excitement. It's not the good kind of excitement, but it's still excitement.
I'm sorry.
We're going to have a nice quiet night in next time.
Yes, we are. And
Okay.
sorry to startle you, but
you know,
As
what's a little rampant gunfire in a public venue? That's just a minor startle. Sure.
yeah,
No, we're good.
I think the police are going to be having some trouble from a group of concerned citizens in the next little bit. And as you're learning with Will, we take care of each other.
Will's funny. Will knows more dirty jokes than anybody I've met.
You haven't had me really trying.
And Will goes over and takes the little slate off the wall and just erases the normal title and writes dirty jokes at the top and hangs it up there and cleans off.
Oh, no,
right. So now we'll have a new competition in the next several events. Cool.
Oh, you're going down, Will.
The entire aesthetic of our establishment just drastically shifted.
Oh no.
All right. Well, you take care of this lovely girl, and I will handle the cleanup. And Barnaby, get your... And Barnaby's stealing our food, so I'm going to handle that too.
Tell him I'll break his legs if he takes too much of it.
Motherfucker, get out of the fridge! And he's like into the kitchen now.
Sorry, you're gonna learn coming up real soon that we got a very big family.
I can tell. Yeah. Okay.
And we take care of each other.
All right. Well, I'm going to sit down and relax because I assume there's shutdown and stuff before. Plus, I've had a little bit of a drink, so I could use a little bit of a sobering before I try and get myself home. So,
I'll get you home if you need to.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, love. Okay. I'll be out in the lobby. Just flag me down, or I'll come find you if I'm feeling good and need to get some sleep.
All right.
Okay. She gives you a little kiss on the cheek.
I give her a kiss back.
And ducks out into the foyer.
Just because she's curious.
Uh-huh.
And because she has, in fact, just kissed Paige.
Mm-hmm.
She would like to use Cupid's eye.
Okay. It will be a...
Wits and weird.
What's the penalty? Yeah, you're rolling wits and weird, and it's just her resolve, right?
Yeah, it's her...
Oh, no, composure
and weird.
Composure and weird. But just her composure, then. Okay.
I would like to add a willpower if possible.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Seriously?
These are terrible.
All right.
I don't know what's wrong.
There are no botches in this game.
No, good thing too.
Why can't I... Have I rolled a single success this entire night?
I don't know.
I don't.
I think you did, but I think you also rolled a 1.
Yep, you don't get a read on her.
Oh, well.
Nothing leaks through yet.
Find out later.
Yep. But right about now, I think everybody's gotten the message of we want to have a family meeting, and Neofly has made it apparent that, hey, you could meet in the booth if you wanted.
I'll head to the booth.
All right.
After about 30 seconds after Mira leaves, after having drinking enough that she's able to get past the door gets thrown open, and she is charging with unholy purpose.
Directly past normal walking pace Mira.
Yes.
Boom. All right. I'm going to probably rule that Adele probably gets to the booth at least in the top 2, if not first.
And she's just sort of pacing now.
I mean, there's not much room to put pace in the booth, but sure, there's a little bit. Yep. So, is anybody not headed to the sound booth currently?
Sound
yeah. Whichever booth it was that you're in. I assumed you meant sound booth.
Yeah, for where the all the engineering stuff
Yeah,
is.
all the board and everything. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So everybody assembles here. Let's see. I am going to have Mira and Adele both roll presence and empathy.
Yeah, I have something specific I want to do.
Oh, yeah. Before you get there or once you get there?
Once I get there, but...
Okay.
I'll roll this first. Presence and empathy.
3 successes.
Okay.
I'm not good at either of those things, really. 2 successes. Okay.
All right. So Adele, being an individual with unholy amounts of purpose right now, you do have the opportunity before Mira starts to get in the first word if you want, or you can let her go.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, all right. Let's establish exactly what is going on here. The police showed up looking for somebody for whom their fetch is a cop. Came in, was clearly out to arrest somebody. Took the opportunity to take lists from us, take them out where they spoke to an unnamed shadowy individual in a car, would not provide us with any information, and then whisked one of ours away. What levels of war are we going to now?
I mean...
Mira.
Yeah, Mira.
Thank you. I think before we get to figuring out what we're going to do next, it's important for us to go over what happened so we're all on the same page. Sorry about the pun. And you've introduced us to your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
So we're on the same page. And so that he analyzed what we did this time. So if there were any mistakes we made, we won't make them again in a way that could make this war more dangerous.
All right. I'm going to pause right there for a minute. Okay. So Adele has put out an objective. Mira has made a counter /
It's
adjacent
collaborative.
suggestion, right? Collaborative suggestion. And we are shifting to lists. The car moves very quickly. There's a little bit of rain that's kicked up as evening drove on, and you can see the spatter of drops along the windows. The siren is on, the lights are flashing. And the 2 individuals in the front seat don't look to you, don't talk to you. Until the vehicle comes to a stop in a parking garage. The doors open. You are pulled out of the vehicle. They check your handcuffs. One of them kind of swears under his breath a little bit and click, 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 tightens it right back up for you. You are marched in to a police station. Any questions that you ask, any requests that you make are met with silence. Your hands are placed on a cold piece of glass as they scan your hand and fingerprints. They go through, they empty your pockets. They find black thread. They have you stand. Your photo is taken several times from various angles. And you are unceremoniously escorted into a holding cell. They sort of shove you inside after removing the handcuffs. And the door slides closed and with a clang, locks solidly behind you. This is the first time you've been imprisoned since Arcadia.
Mm-hmm.
And as you sit down, stunned by the sudden turn of events, there's a voice next to you. You're one of them weird ones.
I'll look over.
There's a woman somewhere between the ages of 30 and 60, probably. Heavily weathered. You can see tobacco stains on her fingers, a little bit of a twitch, some track marks on her arms. She looks at you, obviously mortal, human, mundane.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody done fucked up your eye there, girl.
Yeah.
You're one of the magic people. And that's where we're going to close for tonight. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Best sign off ever.
You leave that in, editor. So healthy.
I vote yes.
You
All
should
right.
do all our sign-offs.
I hear Raphael still waving.